Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Our current session focuses on the direct method and Pakistani context. I hope and expect that by the end of this session, you will be able to understand what are the possibilities and what are the practices of the use of the direct method in Pakistani context. Well, the direct method was an answer to the dissatisfaction that was created with the old grammar translation method, which teaches students grammar and vocabulary and which does not teach them, how to use it in everyday life, where they have to come across, where they have to deal with the communicative, interactive activities. So this was more like a reaction to grammar translation method. All over the world, the direct method is used to teach language through the process of drills. However, when it comes to Pakistan, when we look at the practices, we can for sure say that grammar translation method is still widely used. As far as the direct method is concerned, it is used with a very with a lot of caution and in a very restricted way. Actually, if we look at both the streams, that is the public and the private streams of education in Pakistan, we can see a clear difference with reference to the direct method and its use. In the public sector, the use of the direct method of teaching, we would observe that it is used very little, it's used very less, and even if it is used, it is not used with all the expertise by the teachers that are required for that. Teachers are not properly trained for that. Whereas in comparison to this, in the private sector, because of the modern approach or comparatively a more liberal approach that they take towards teaching of English, we find that grammar translation method is rejected and the direct method is used. Now, if we look at this whole situation, what makes it crucial is that most of the students in the Pakistani context, especially the masses, they go to the public sector schools where still grammar translation method is used, where the teachers are either completely unaware of the direct method, even if they know this method through some training, the knowledge of these teachers is very superficial. Also, they lack practical experience or practical training in how to use that. So with this whole baggage that they carry with them, when it comes to the use of direct method in the classroom, practically either they do not use it. If they ever use it, it is full of weaknesses or flaws. As compared to this, when we go to the private schools, the number of learners or people that these schools cater for is comparatively very less. But to these learners, an exposure is directly given to the language, the target language, and the learners are not only given instruction in English language, but also the language is directly taught through this method. So there is a huge gap in the performance of the public and private schooling when it comes to the use of direct method in the teaching and learning of English in Pakistan.